everybody, welcome to the Blissful Stitch podcast. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today and spending a little bit of time with me as I chat about the crafty things that I have been working on this past week. Today is Sunday, March 24th, 2019, and it's a very beautiful, sunny, actually got kind of cloudy Sunday here in North New Jersey, where I live with my husband and my 2 children and my 2 cats. How are you guys? How was your week? Thank you so much for stopping by again and spending time with me. I have quite a finished objects podcast to share with you today. I have 4 finished objects. 1 is sewing, 2 is knitting, and 1 is crochet, which I am wearing right now. I don't know who I was this week. This week was insane when it comes to my craftiness. I can't believe I got 4 finished objects to share with you, and these were lingering projects that just needed to be done, and I powered through it this week. I have no idea how I did it, but I did it, so I am not complaining. But yes, let's go ahead and get started. I do have a few acquisitions, again, 4 finished objects, and a couple of whips to share with you. Also, I want to do a little bit of project forecasting. I saw this idea this past few days. I don't know when her last upload was, but it was from the Wools Needles Hands podcast. She had a project forecasting of what she would like to work on. So I really liked that idea, and I figured I'd share that with you today for a couple of things. But what are you drinking? I am drinking right now a Passion Tazo, the T-A-Z-O tea brand in Passion, and it's super yummy, and it has this really pretty red tint to it. Like it. It's tasty. Okay, so before we get started, a couple things that I just want to share with you. Please excuse my friend. Number one thing, I have a third eye growing in the middle of my eyebrows for some reason. I don't know where that dude came from, but we're just gonna have to stick it through. And my last thing I would like to share is you can find me on the interwebs on Instagram as the.blissful.stitch, and you can find me on Ravelry and Pinterest as the Blissful Stitch. So let's go ahead and jump right into this podcast, and I'll start with my finished objects. Yay! Okay, so the first one I will start with is what I am wearing, and I am wearing my finished Kodiak Bomber, a pattern by Evelyn from Evelyn and Peter. Oh my goodness. I knew that this project was going to be a super easy raglan style sweater, and boy was it super easy. I was just telling my mom yesterday that this sweater from beginning to finish would have taken me maybe 4 or 5 days tops to complete. I didn't get to finish it as fast as I wanted because I had trouble finding this yarn, but then I did, and then I just took a break from it. But all in all, it could have been done in a 4 or 5 day basis. But this is what it looks like. I'll stand up for you. Don't mind my sweatpants. But it goes around. Beautiful trimming here and trimming on the cuffs. But yes, I love it. I love this collar up here. This was using Lion Brand Homespun Thick and Quick in the colorway Edwardian. And this was using the cuff, and the ribbing at the bottom was using Vanna's Choice basic acrylic yarn. I forgot the colorway, and I wish I had it with me, but I tucked it away. Sorry, but it is a Vanna's Choice, and it's like a silver type of colorway, as you can see. And this was done doing front post, back post double crochet to make this ribbing effect. And the whole sweater was done using double crochet and just a little bit of half double crochet. Now, I jumped the gun on this pattern, as I had stated before, right over here. This ribbing was supposed to come all the way over here, but I jumped the gun and I had started this without realizing that she called to go up on the pattern. towards the collar. So doesn't bother me. I still love it. I can't wait to photograph it, take pictures, and put it up. I am super happy and yes, excited that it's done finally. So that is my first finished object to share with you. And this is actually super duper warm. So I'm going to change into a lighter sweater because I will not be able to make it through this podcast drinking hot tea and being hot. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I had to switch to a lighter sweater. It was too hot. I was dying. But let me have a sip and we'll get started again. Okay, so moving right along, my next finished objects are my Glimmer Socks. Oh, I have a piece of thread. My Glimmer Socks. I finally finished my Glimmer Socks. This pattern was by Emily from By the Blue Mouse. Or By the Blue Mouse. I get tongue twisted when I'm saying who patterns were and yarns were from. But yeah, I'm in love. I'm so happy that I finished them. I'm telling you, I have no idea how I finished this. And yes, another pair of socks. I did not knit at all on my socks last week. So this week I knew I had to kind of double up on them. But within a 4 to 5 day period, I think I would say 4.5, I was able to cast on the heel flap, or start rather the heel flap, the heel turn, the gusset, picking up the stitches, finishing up the sock, and doing it on another pair of socks. I don't know who I am. I don't know how I got it done. But yes, these are my Glimmer Socks, and this beautiful yarn is by Allison from the Lofty Loops yarn company, in her Christmas Cheer colorway that came out this past December in 2018. I had ordered it in December and I never started it in the holiday season, but I just love the colorway and I couldn't wait until the next holiday season to work on it. I definitely will be wearing these all year round. I don't feel obligated to have to just use it for the holiday season. But yeah, those are my finished Glimmer Socks. Super excited about these guys. And my next finished objects are my Patons Kroy Clover Colors socks. I'm just putting them on sock blockers. Sorry guys. That's why I need an extra pair, right? But these came out so nice. Like this. There we go. For both of my socks, I did 64 cast on stitches and I used a slip stitch heel flap and gussets and a rounded toe. And these again were initially for my husband, but he did not like the texture of these socks, so they're just gonna be mine. They're gonna be mine. But I'm so happy that I got this done. What I definitely want to do for future pairs of socks is doing what Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady does, where she marks every 10 rows. She puts a progress keeper for every 10 rows, so she knows exactly how many rows are going to be on each. I noticed a slight difference in this one. Not too bad, but there is a slight difference in the amount of rows that I have for the leg. My Glimmer Socks came out dead on. But that's definitely what I want to do in the future to make sure that my socks are consistent and are a pair perfectly. My next finished object I will share with you is a sewing one, and it's just a book cover. My book is upside down. Is it? Don't know how to put it. Whatever. But yes, I sewed the inside with the flaps. And if you can see here, I used a different fabric for the inside, which is this pretty pink and white checkered. And the outside is this pretty floral fabric. Super nice. I was checking out on Pinterest how to make book covers, quick and easy book covers for beginners. And I saw a few patterns and I took a little bit from each and added my own touch to it and came out with a really simple book cover. I'm definitely going to be making more of these, and actually can't wait for the next school year for my daughter so I can, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm sweating. But I can't wait for her to start her next grade, and we can, you know, start her off the school year with some nice sewed book covers from her mama. That would be cool. So that is it for my finished objects. Again, I can't believe that I was able to get this much done this week. It's a huge accomplishment, and I'm super excited because now I can start new stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the whips section of this podcast, and I could share with you a couple of things that I am working on, or started rather, and touched base with for a short period of time, because my main thing was getting those socks off the needles and I had to finish that Kodiak Bomber. But I'm just gonna grab another sip and we'll get right into it. Okay, so for my first whip that I casted on yesterday, which is living in the llama project bag that I had made. Super pretty. But living in here, I started a vanilla sock. So I just have the cuff. I am using CHOW 9-inch circular needles in 2.75 or 2.5? 2.75 millimeter. And I am using the Felici sock yarn in the colorway Acrobat. So this is just gonna be my plain vanilla sock. I am hoping to have a vanilla sock and a pattern sock going on at the same time. And since I finished 2, I'm putting 2 more on, right? In celebration of your hard work of finishing them. But yes, again, this is the colorway the colorway Acrobat from Felici yarn. And this is just gonna be my plain vanilla sock on the needles. So that I casted on last night. I think for this sock, I want to try to do the fish lips kiss heel, which I think is German short rows. I want to try a different heel. I definitely, for this vanilla sock, I'm gonna try that fish lips kiss heel. Wish me luck. I hope it goes well so I don't make any mistakes. But that is something that I casted on last night, and have a little bit more to go on the cuff, and then just plain vanilla knitting. Gotta have a vanilla sock, right? My next whip is my Reina Shawl, which, to be honest with you, I picked up once this past week and only got like 2 rows on it. But since I did work on it, I'll go ahead and share with you my progress. It's a mess here. So the last time you guys saw my Reina Shawl, I had just finished this garter. I don't want to spill my tea. Excuse me. I just finished this garter stitch pattern repeat here. So now I am working on the eyelet section. And again, I got 2 rows completed on this whole week. I only picked it up one day. But this is using Backyard Fiberworks yarn in the colorway Urchin. Super pretty. I just love this yarn. I love the way that it's working up, the feel of it. Yeah, I love it. Again, this is the Reina Shawl. Can't wait for this baby girl to be finished and then I can wear it. So it's just doing garter and eyelet sections. I think I'm gonna go past how many rows the pattern called for, because I want to make it a really big shawl and finish up most of this yarn. But I am using ChowGoo Red Lace 3.75 millimeter for this, and I switched it to the 60-inch cord, I believe. I was running out of room on my 32-inch cord, so I had to switch to bigger ones. So I just put it on the bigger pair that I had. But that is living in this project bag that I had made, one of my first ones. It's living in there. So that is it as far as whips come along. Again, I was more focused this week on getting those socks off the needles and finishing that Kodiak Bomber. I can't believe that I was able to get that done. I'm still like in awe, but I'm so happy. So before I get into the acquisitions portion of this podcast, I'm going to share with you again that pod forecasting, project forecasting. Again, I got this idea from the Wools Needles Hands podcast. I just saw it the other night on her most recent podcast. So I thought that was a cool idea. So I mentioned that I do want to have a vanilla sock and a pattern sock going on at the same time. And for my next pair of socks, I am going to use this colorway from Bad Wolf Girl Studios in Galaxy. And it's Megan from Bad Wolf Girl Studios. I love this colorway. And the pattern that I'm going to use for this pair of socks is the Morning Coffee Socks. I had actually used that pattern for a pair of socks that I did not finish. I got one sock done on it and it just came out too tight. The sock came out too tight, but I think it's because I was using like a size 0 millimeter knitting needles. I really believe it was like 0. It was so skinny, the needle, and I think that's what contributed to making it really, really tight. But for this one, I'm going to try the Morning Coffee Socks pattern again, but using this beautiful yarn. I love it so much, and it has silver sparkle, silver stellina. It's so pretty. So I can't wait to cast this on. I think I might cast it on tonight, but I have something else I want to share with you that I'm debating what to start tonight. I'm only starting one tonight. So this next project that I am going to be starting is the Bubble Crop Top by Evelyn from Evelyn and Peter. And this is the crop top piece that I was sharing with you that I wanted to start, that I would love it also to make it as a summer top, but to make it primarily a few of them to make them pajama tops. I think that would be so cute. So this is a free pattern on her site, and I am going to be using Lion Brand's ZZ Twist in the colorway Cranberry. It calls for a light 3 DK or a light 3 weighted yarn. This one here is classified as a medium 4, but I don't think so. I think it's more of a DK for sure. So I'm going to use this to make my first bubble crop top. And that is something I want to start right away. And also, I have another sock pattern that I want to share with you that I plan on starting with one of my acquisitions that I have to show you today. But this is a paid pattern, so I'm just going to show you this here. And this is the Shallow Sock by Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady Designs. And you can't really see, can you see the pattern work? But if you follow her on Instagram or on her podcast, you know what the pattern looks like. But I want to cast this on with one of my acquisitions that I want to share with you today. I'm going to take another sip and we'll get started in the acquisitions portion. This podcast is not going to be a very long one because I just mostly had finished objects to share with you guys. And yeah, let me have a sip. Okay, so moving into the acquisitions portion. So for the shallow sock pattern, I want to use this yarn. This is the colorway, again, another colorway, Galaxy. And this is from Shana from Adelaide Cottage Yarns. How beautiful is this? I can't wait to cast this sock on. It's going to be my first sock doing a contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. And when she just recently had her shop update, this one immediately caught my eye. And I knew I just had to grab this for sure. It is so beautiful. The pinks with the grays and the purples. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I'm nervous about starting contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs, but I'm excited about it. So again, that is going to go with the shallow sock pattern by Crazy Sock Lady Designs. So this is my first acquisition to share with you. And the other two are just sewing. My voice changed. Excuse me. My other two acquisitions are just some fabrics that I picked up from Joann's in the remnants section. And the first one is this really pretty floral that has nice gold on there. It's a really pretty floral pattern. Don't know what I'm going to make of it yet, but... And my next fabric is this really pretty little coffee cup tea fabric. It's super cute. I love the gray, red, and white combination, color combination on this. And for this fabric, I think I am going to make a couple of heating pads or just one big heating pad for the fam whenever we have cramps or muscle aches or whatever. I've seen a couple of cute heating pads on Pinterest that use rice as the main heating substance that goes inside of the fabric. So I'm excited to make one of those and see how that comes out. So yeah, guys, that is about everything that I have to share with you. Not much chatter, not much going on. Again, this week was just really trying to bang these projects out off the needles so I can start a couple of new things. I'm excited for the things that I want to start, the patterns that I want to start. But I really think I'm going to put on the hooks tonight, the bobble crop top. I'm dying to make them as pajamas. And that calls for a 4mm hook. And I'm excited because, you know what? Let me show you because I have it right here in this little pouch that I made. No, actually it's not in there. Hold on. Okay, I fetched it. But I'm excited to start this pattern and use this really fancy hook. Who doesn't like to do projects and have really cute accessories for doing them, right? So it calls for a 4mm hook, and look, it matches the yarn like perfectly. So this is going to be fun. I can't wait to start that. This week also, I want to get more done on my Reina Shawl, but I want to make huge headway on my Storybook Lane cardigan. Spring is here. Spring has sprung last week on the 20th of March, and I wanted that cardigan to be done before March came, but there's still time. Yeah, so I want to work on that cardigan, get some socks casted on, get some headway on the vanilla sock that I just started yesterday. But I predict a very fun week in craftiness, so I can't wait. But yeah, nothing else going on. Same old working, mom, wife stuff. And yeah, so that's all I have to share with you guys today. Again, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and spending this time with me chatting about crafty stuff. If you like what you see here, if you do enjoy my podcast, I would super appreciate a like, and I would super appreciate if you would subscribe so you wouldn't miss another upload. Again, I upload weekly. I made Sundays my weekly upload, and yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that you're able to get a lot of craftiness done, and I challenge you guys, work on something that you truly enjoy. Just pick one whip that you want to get done and just power through that one special whip that you cannot wait to wear or use. I challenge that for you. Okay, so yeah, have a great week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.